descending toward the legendary Atocha, lost for nearly 400 years in these waters.
The Spanish galleon lies broken on the seafloor, a time capsule from 1622. Confirming the wreck's identity, this is the Atocha. A giant grouper, the silent guardian of this wreck, catches me off guard.
The cargo hold, where the treasure was stored during that fatal hurricane.
These locks haven't been touched in 4 centuries. They dissolve at my touch.
Silver reals, Spanish pieces of 8, blackened but still here after all this time. Each coin tells the story of Spain's colonial wealth being transported home.
The wreck is home to creatures that startle even experienced divers. A crew member, still here where he fell when the ship went down. My dive partner arrives. We're careful not to disturb these remains.
Personal belongings still with him. Buttons from his naval jacket, a belt buckle.
Schools of fish now claim this ship as their own territory.
Another treasure chest. These cannons shifted during the wreck, trapping it here.
Gold bars stamped with the Spanish crown, worth a fortune even in this condition. Each bar weighs about 2 pounds, and this chest alone contains incredible wealth.
Moray eels defend their territory that was too close for comfort.
The hurricane scattered the crew across the seafloor, remains everywhere.
This sailor's hat somehow survived, a haunting personal detail after 400 years.
The crew's weapons, useless against the storm that took them down.
An officer's sword. These weapons were symbols of rank and honor.
These big snappers own the wreck, and they appear without warning from the shadows.
The captain's quarters, where decisions were made before the hurricane struck.
Colombian emeralds, the Spanish were transporting them from the New World.
Uncut emeralds like these were destined for Spanish nobility and royalty. Trapped when the ship broke apart, he never had a chance to escape. Cobia patrol these waters. They're curious but unpredictable around divers. A religious crucifix. The crew prayed to this as the hurricane overwhelmed them.
This chest is locked in place by coral. Nature has claimed it completely.
Mixed cargo. Silver coins and gold jewelry, all packed together for transport. A gold necklace with religious medallion. Someone's precious possession lost forever.
The largest grouper yet. These giants can be territorial, so we stay very still.
Broken cargo jars, they carried wine, olive oil, and supplies for the Spanish colonies. Holding his rosary as the ship went down, his final moments frozen in time. The ship's armory, firearms that became useless the moment they hit the water.
Barracuda. They're not aggressive, but those teeth always make me nervous.
Personal jewelry, perhaps a merchant's inventory or crew members' belongings. A gold ring, The stone is missing, but the craftsmanship is still evident.
More crew members. The hurricane claimed everyone aboard that day. Uniform remnants tell us this was an ordinary sailor, not an officer. A strongbox. These held the most valuable cargo under lock and key.
A bull shark in the distance. We keep working but stay alert.
Gold doubloons, the most valuable Spanish coins, worth thousands each, even today.
These doubloons were minted in the 1620s, just before the Atocha's final voyage.
Amberjacks move fast and appear from nowhere, always startling in these confined spaces.
The ship's galley, where meals were prepared, now home to a territorial moray eel. The ship's cook died at his post when the hurricane struck without warning.
Fine silver tableware marked with royal insignia. This ship carried wealth and luxury.
A massive school of jacks passes through, and these fish travel the wreck in hunting groups.
The ship's bell. It rang for the last time as the Atocha sank 400 years ago.
The ship's artillery, 32 bronze cannons that couldn't save them from nature's fury.
This cannon was cast 4 years before the ship's final voyage, royal property.
A nurse shark resting in the sand. Harmless, but their size always commands respect.
Every chest requires teamwork. Centuries of corrosion makes them incredibly difficult to open. Religious artifacts mixed with valuable household items. Wealthy colonists were returning to Spain.
A silver calice, probably used in church services in the colonies.
The ammunition storage. Iron cannonballs fused together by centuries of rust.
Schools of jacks use the wreck corridors as highways, and you learn to give them space. An officer, his rank visible from the gold epaulets still on his uniform.
Silver ingots by the hundreds. This represents a fortune even in today's market.
Each silver bar is stamped with assay marks, proving its purity and origin.
Tarpon grow huge in these waters, and they appear like silver ghosts from the gloom.
Navigation tools, these guided the Atocha across the Atlantic before the storm. An astrolabe, used to calculate the ship's position using the stars.
The captain, still at his navigation table, trying to save his ship until the end. Chains and shackles, evidence of the dark history these galleons carried.
Trapped under the structure, some treasures remain permanently sealed by the wreckage.
These groupers defend their territories. Sudden encounters are common in confined spaces.
Early firearms, arquebus rifles that were cutting-edge military technology in 1622.
Each weapon is marked with royal arsenals, strict inventory control in the Spanish Empire.
A personal jewelry box, someone's most precious possessions stored carefully. Fine jewelry, gold and pearls that belonged to wealthy passengers returning to Spain.
Cobia travel in pairs. They're curious about divers, but unpredictable in behavior.
Caught in the rigging as the ship sank, he was likely swept overboard first.
A silver snuff box with owner's initials. Personal items make this tragedy more real.
Passenger quarters, families were aboard, bringing their lives back to Spain.
The biggest grouper yet. In these tight spaces, they control every passage.
Religious artifacts by the dozens. The Spanish were deeply devout Catholics. The rudder, rendered useless when the hurricane winds overwhelmed the crew.
Mixed currency. Silver reals for the wealthy, copper coins for common transactions.
Different denominations mixed together. This was probably a merchant's cash supply.
A barracuda school hunting, they're not interested in us, but those teeth demand caution.
The armory, where the crew stored weapons to defend against pirates.
A ship's marine, the soldiers who defended the treasure from pirates and enemies.
The largest strongbox yet. It takes both of us to attempt opening it.
The mother lode. Gold bars and doubloons worth millions in today's market.
Documenting everything carefully. This discovery will be studied by historians worldwide.
Another bull shark. They patrol these waters regularly, but usually keep their distance.
An emerald-inlaid gold cross, the most ornate religious artifact we've found.
The crew gathered at the bow as the ship went down, their final moments spent together. The Atocha in its entirety, a massive graveyard holding centuries of history. One more chest hidden away. Treasure hunters have searched for decades and still find new discoveries.
Religious jewelry. Every crew member and passenger carried symbols of their faith.
A final encounter with the wreck's guardian. We're just visitors in their home.
The Atocha has become an artificial reef, death transformed into thriving ocean life.
One last documentation shot, the name that launched a 40-year treasure hunt.
We leave the crew where they rest, their sacrifice preserved in this underwater tomb.
Ascending from the Atocha after an incredible dive, but her secrets aren't fully revealed yet.
The Atocha remains below, a time capsule still holding treasures waiting to be found.
4 centuries after she sank, the Nuestra Señora de Atocha continues telling her story, one treasure at a time.